How do you start getting ahead financially when you are literally living paycheck to paycheck? This is such a great question. When people say they're living paycheck to paycheck, it's not necessarily meaning what they think it does. The reality is you can be living paycheck to paycheck on any income. For you to accurately build your roadmap to success, you really need to understand where you're starting from and what's causing you to be in the position that you're at. So if it's not necessarily the income that causes you to live paycheck to paycheck, what else could it be? This is where you would want to start off with running all of your fixed expenses. So what I want you to do is get out a spreadsheet and write down all of the things that you absolutely have to pay for every month. This is going to be things like your rent and your groceries and your debt payments. Then what you're going to do is total up that number and see if it is more than 60% of your net monthly income. You know, if this number is over 60%, then your fixed expenses are too high. If this number is around 60% or below, then you know that it's your discretionary spending that is too high, aka things that you are choosing to buy or choosing to pay for every month. And I find this exercise really important because a lot of times when we say we're living paycheck to paycheck, we feel helpless, right? We feel like there's nothing we can do in that situation. And obviously there's a big difference between living in poverty and being broke, right? When you're living in poverty, there's an external circumstance preventing you from thriving economically, but being broke means you put yourself there. And that doesn't mean there's any shame or any blame over that situation, because it's actually a beautiful place to be. If you identify that your decisions are putting you where you're at and you're not happy where you're at, you can simply change your decisions and then have a different outcome. I have a bunch of free trainings on my website under freebies that help you understand personal finance a little bit more, teach you the things that you should have been taught in school, but were not. I highly recommend them. They are life-changing in and of themselves. Our free content goes toe to toe with our paid stuff.